Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I have started a personal DSA challenge where I'll be solving 5 problems per pattern, covering 180 problems in total. I'll be posting one video per day explaining my thought process from brute force to optimized approach. If you're new here, you can check out the previous videos to follow along. In today's video, we will work on sort colors. So the problem states that we are given an array that contains only zeros, ones, and twos. We need to sort it in place without using any extra space. So the idea for brute force is we will compare every element with every other element and we will swap them if they are in the wrong order, which is similar to the bubble sort. The code for that goes like this. Let's take a variable n with the size of the given input, and let's take two loops which starts from 0 till n, and the other loop starts from I plus 1 because we are trying to sort if the elements are not in the correct order. Plus plus, and if nums of I is greater than nums of j, then we will swap. Maybe we can write a different function to swap and we can call that function. Otherwise we can write the swap code here itself. Nums of j, a very basic code to swap two variables, and that is it. Let's run the code. It is accepted, but the space complexity would be O of n square. Sorry, the time complexity would be O of n square, and the space complexity is linear because we did not use any extra space other than these variables. But this is not efficient because it is very slow for larger inputs, and also this problem is specifically designed to test whether we can solve it in a single pass. And we used so we need an better approach. For that, maybe we can simply think of the inbuilt function wherein we can simply call arrays dot sort of nums. This will simply sort our input, and this will also work, but the time complexity for this would be O of n log n with linear space obviously, and O of 1 space, and the time complexity for this would be this takes O of n log n, this takes O of n square, okay, but we need to do this problem in a single pass. So for that, there is an algorithm called Dutch national flag algorithm where we use pointers like low, mid, and high, where low indicates the position for next 0, mid indicates the current element, and high indicates the position for next 2. Because after you sort, you get the answer like this, and we are simply assuming this is low, this is mid, and this is high. So for that, let's take 3 variables. Low is for 0, so let's start it with 0, and mid we can't decide now, so let's also take it as 0, and high is for number 2, so 2 is at the last after sorting, so we can start it from the backwards from the last index. Now we will check if mid is less than or equals to high. Then we will check if the current element is is 0, then we will do one operation. Else if the current element is 1, then we will do something else. Else, which means if nums of mid is equals to 2, then it will go to the else block, then we will do the other operation. So yeah, if nums is 0, then what we need to is we need to swap the middle element and the lowest element. So let's take a temporary variable nums of low and let's swap it with nums of mid and nums of mid with the temporary variable. Okay, and we will increment low and mid. Okay, what if it is mid? If it is present in the middle element, then we will simply increment mid. What if it is number 2? If it is number 2, then we will swap the middle element with the highest element. So let's take a temp. Okay, I'll copy this. This would be mid, and this would be mid, and this would be high. We are simply swapping middle and high because this is for number 2. And we will decrement high because high starts from last index. Let's run the code. It is accepted. Let's submit it. It is accepted. So yeah, this problem is the best example using the Dutch national flag algorithm, which sorts the array in a single pass with constant space. Just that we are dividing the output into 3 regions, low, mid and high, and based on that we are assigning or swapping the variables. And yeah, that is it for today's problem, and I'll see you in the next one.